10:30 Eastern.
That's been my life.
10:30
last
p.m.
2 weeks.
Eastern. Yeah, okay. So
those late night
Is
games,
it
man.
10:30 or 10?
that'd be 10:30 p.m. is the tip-off. 8 o'clock game is the Denver-Portland game, which
Can't
at
start
least we get to see Dame Lillard on the East Coast at a
Well, at least it's
reasonable
on a
hour.
Thursday.
Key, you can't start the sake at 6 p.m.
No,
like
no,
you
no,
did.
no, I'm good.
I know. I'm just saying. Last time you started at 6, it makes out for a long night.
I'm good, man. I'm straight.
Oh, that's why you're done.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm gonna have
That's
to
right,
figure
he
this
did
out.
say that.
Right, you're done.
After-
I might have
the
to-
weekend.
After his
my eyes
extended
might be
vacation
tight,
weekend.
but I'm good.
We're gonna fight through it.
Ooh, man, I'm gonna fight through it. The urge.
Although, much like LeBron did in Game 5, starts out the game with that, and Wendy said this on the jump yesterday, with the laser in his eyes, like I'm coming in here to just destroy. Then he looked around and saw the rest of his teammates and how they were playing. Then he's like, all right, that's enough of that. So you'll be
can't
the
do that.
same way if that happens in Game 6.
Legacy-defining moment for LeBron
No,
tonight.
but
So he's got to go, regardless
And
of how many bricks his teammates are throwing up. There's no more preserving
Yeah, but-
yourself. This is do or die.
But he's not going to.
He's never lost in the first round.
Yeah, I love that.
I love when that-
14 straight appearances, never lost.
Yeah,
I get
it's
it.
true.
Yeah, but this is a different year. And look, and I think he understands what happened the last game in Game 5, that he didn't play his A game at the level that he needed to, much like Jay said. It's a different. These type of guys like this, they know how to just turn the switch on when they have to, no matter who you are in a sport, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, hockey, golf. The people just that are stars just do it. They just do it.
Yeah.
Now, he may not be able to do it 6 and 7, but tonight, I guarantee that he's going to turn up the heat.
And if it doesn't work, then Dennis Schroeder needs to get his money somewhere else,
Well, he probably will.
because you can't have a donut. By the way, Dennis Schroeder, we're talking about, and I love DS-17. I think he's a special talent.
Ugly number, but all
He's
right.
probably going to get paid a lot of money by another franchise, probably north of $90 million. I'm looking at you, Alan.
Don't
Don't
look
you
at
guys
me.
be that franchise?
Don't look at me.
Could the Knicks be that franchise?
No.
But you can't be in that stratosphere payment-wise and have a donut in Game 5.
No.
A donut, 0 points. When LeBron James needs you the most, when you don't have AD, when you were brought there to be that guy,
to be the third guy.
can't have a donut, man.
No,
Can't do
and
that.
I don't think he will. I think all of them will kind of rally around what just happened in Phoenix in Game 5. I think everybody's game changes tonight. I mean, it's
You don't have a choice. Everything
You
you got to
don't
lay it
have-
out on the
yeah,
line, and that's why it'll be a
and-
compelling watch.
Yeah,
But
you can't. You're the defending champions,
Has to
bubble
be
or not.
physical game.
the
too.
other LA team, I mean, again, you talk about a team that I can't figure them out. Luka goes for 42. The Clippers lose again at Staples. They're now down 3-2. I mean, you talk about showing up in a big moment. Once again, where are those guys when they're supposed to win, especially at home?
And the crazy thing, you mentioned home for the Clippers and the Lakers, the two teams that's left in the state of California, they got like 6,000 people. When you go to other
They
arenas,
have cutouts.
yes,
They had
it's like-
cutouts at Staples. What was
And
that?
So it's a different. I can see how the Mavs at home the crowd, or Atlanta, or even the Knicks, or Boston, or Brooklyn versus what the Lakers and the Clippers are working with. That certainly has to have some effect on them at home.
There's no atmosphere at all. you're
It's
saying?
crazy, but because the
different.
Clippers have won both their games in Dallas.
Yeah. Right.
It has to
In
have
Dallas,
some
so that
effect.
probably rejuvenates him, lifts him up. Whereas, I know once again, man, last night there was a small play after Kawhi shot that ball. It's a screen grab of Rajon Rondo and Kawhi, and that's been a microcosm of the issue we've been talking about being their problem, leaderless at moments of the game, where Rondo's looking at him like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, right. And that's been they have been that team that's so unpredictable. And can you imagine if both LA teams aren't available for the NBA after the first round?
I'm going to Utah.
That
I
would
feel
be
it.
yes.
Western
Yeah.
Conference.
By the
Finals.
way, Utah, they finish off the Grizzlies 126-110, so they move on in their series. The Sixers beat the Wizards, they move on in their series. So we're starting to set up the second round. There, we're showing it right there. On ESPN
Rondo
2.
is maniacal, man.
Yeah, that look on his face is just amazing. A lot of basketball today, a lot of news. Didn't even get into what's happening in Boston right now, and also in the college game. You see Jay Will wearing his Duke jacket today. A little varsity action going on there. Is there some big news there? You guys know Van Halen, right? Running with the Devil one last time. That will be next after Key has this from Straight Talk Wireless.
It's time for some Straight Talk. Sure, saving money feels good, but cutting your wireless bill in half, that feels really good. Like a walk-off home run and
He called the Lakers soft.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way, but I would hate to, and Snoop is my dude, but I would hate to call professional athletes soft. But every time you look up, falling on the ground, something wrong with you, get a scratch, you got to go in the locker room, come back out. I mean, to the point where even the Diesel and Charles Barkley was making fun on TNT about the Lakers and Anthony Davis, about Advil and Icy Hot and street clothes, nicknames, things of that nature. It's just like, God, but this is, I feel bad for AD because the moment that you think he's gotten over that, then all of a sudden this happens.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think he got over anything. I think he was just playing through injury. He can still be dominant
Been hurt.
with injury.
Well,
He's
play
been
through
hurt.
injury again then.
I understand that. We're on the same page. I did have a question I want to get both of your unfiltered opinions about because I think it's just really interesting. We haven't really
Is that
discussed
the
it.
name of a show, Unfiltered?
I don't know. There's always
Could
some
be.
kind of unsomething. I don't know. A lot of unsomething shows. How'd you guys feel about LeBron walking out with 5 minutes left to go in the game?
I mean, I don't.
They went through the tunnel and nothing big was made of it, so I don't know if he returned. Because he did, you
I don't
did
think he
see him at the end
returned.
of the
I don't think
game.
he returned.
You didn't see him at the end of the game with the group when the final buzzer was there.
I gotta be honest. I didn't have the game on at the end. I was too busy watching
Once that got-
Portland and Denver play. But
Yes,
I think
that
that would
was
be
the show.
interesting, even
Did he come
to have
back?
people call in and tell us what they think.
I don't know
about
if he
that.
came back.
I don't
By
think he
then,
came
it was
back.
over with for me. I wasn't sitting
Yeah,
there
so we
watching
see
it.
him right now.
Yeah, I think-
But what I
ESPN
would
News
say
just
is-
going through
That's
the tunnel,
fourth
and
quarter,
you see
5 minutes.
5:41.
Up 30? No, he didn't come back.
If he did come back, cool. Or maybe some reason he went to the locker room. But if he didn't come back, the reason I don't like it is because what we're doing right now, we're having a conversation about it. So it looks bad, right? It just looks like you are so frustrated with being around your teammates, being in a position to get worked by 30 that you don't want to be a part of what's going on, and you trying to separate yourself from a disaster.
They got worked by
and
30.
I don't like that for him.
Right.
Like I just, you could have sat on the end of the bench and put your towel over your face maybe and then decided. Now, if he had to go in there based on them team doctors or something telling him to go and let's go in now, then that's a different story. But if he just went in on his own and he just decided, say, man, I ain't got time for this, that's something different.
Yeah, and if I knew if he did come back or not, because I do think I saw him on the court end of game with his teammates, so he might have come back. But
might
it's
have
just
came back, yeah.
the look is what it is. But Jay, you said he had to be Space Jam 3, that he had to be everything. He had to be Superman in this game. But
no,
his
I-
teammates,
well,
look, Dennis Schroeder
because-
going 0 for the game, that's a major problem. KCP comes back
horrible.
from injury and he just is
He
not
left in the
effective.
game
And
because of the knee, yeah.
yeah, I mean, you just could see that they just didn't have whatever they needed. And that includes the effort. I mean, Snoop said heart. I mean, you're missing a lot of that stuff
Well,
in a
Key,
game
what
that
I
was a
said-
pivotal game.
Yeah, Key, what I said
Laker
yesterday,
fans,
though-
we ride on them. No, that's how we are.
Are you guys? Yeah.
The star player always gets. Yeah, he always gets.
What
it.
I was saying though is like, look, when LeBron has 25 and 7 or 8, like for a normal player, that's a great game. It's a great game, 25 and 7, right? But we're watching things like what Dame did, or we're watching things like what Jason Tatum has done, right? Like you're looking for those monumental games. And my only thing is,
Yeah,
like
Dame
for
looked like
LeBron,
he
25
emptied-
and 7 is those are pedestrian
Yeah.
numbers. We know LeBron can do that in his sleep,
Right.
Right. So you're wondering, like, does LeBron, like, what's the next gear for LeBron? Like, that's a
can he
legit
get there?
question at 36.
And can he get there?
I think he
believe-
can, but
I think
we
he
didn't see
can.
it.
But I also believe that, and it's just something that I believe as an athlete that had played at a high level professionally, that when you feel like you got to carry night in and night in and night in over and over and over again, you get somewhat dejected at some point, right? At some point, it's like, damn, I got to do this again? And then all of a sudden, it's like, well, man, I made the pass. The dude didn't cut. He stood there. So now all of a sudden, nothing is going right. Nothing is going right at all. I'm trying to hit shots. And early in the game, he knocked down a 30-something foot straight from the middle, bottom of the net. As soon as he came down the court, they passed with the ball again. He didn't even give it. He just, boom, and it went out of bounds. So that told me right then and there, he felt that he had to put it all on his back one more time. And that's a lot of weight to carry. I don't give a damn how big he think his shoulders are. At some point, it's tiring. Now, he may come back in game 6 and put it on the shoulders, which I believe he will at Staples. I believe he will.
I'm telling you.